We can't even use SoundCloud stuff actually, which really, really sucks. Because if we could at least use that, I have some good SoundCloud stuff. But I tried that on the first stream and I ran into copyright stuff. So fortunately, we cannot use that either. So as usual, you gotta turn off Snap to Pixel, and Snap to Grid is on. Been trying to get an internship to no avail. School research project due tomorrow. Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. Definitely do not miss that stuff. My girlfriend's in the same boat right now though, so I can sort of understand what you're going through. Best of luck with that stuff though, man. I know how that is. Super stressful. Hopefully I don't distract you too much from what you're doing. And this music is way too loud. Alright, so our topic for this week is advantages of working remote. So as usual, let's just write that out here. And then start adding some words that remind us of that topic. Oh, and where are you trying to get an internship at? Forgot to ask you that. Anywhere that'll take me. In talks with Boxless Media and Apex Church. Oh, that's cool. What kind of work are you trying to do? Maybe I know some companies that could help out. No, but the thing is, they would have to be local to you. Do they do remote internships? Yeah, that's what I was trying to think, but I don't think they do remote internships. Where are you located again? Weber graphic stuff. Cool. Chicago area at school in Ohio. Hey, we're not that far from each other. Just like a 3-hour drive or so. The only company that I know over there is Field Notes. They might be looking for an intern, but I don't think it would be in design, unfortunately. Nothing really pops in my head. I'm not sure what Slack groups you're part of, but you could probably ask in the spec Slack. I'm sure somebody could help you out there. There's a ton of people from all over there and somebody might know somebody in Chicago. So maybe try that. That's kind of the only thing that really pops in my head for how I can help, to be honest. What is Slack? It's like a messaging platform. It's usually used for like businesses and communities. It's pretty cool. I think it's just slack.com. But you can find communities that have like these different URLs. and you can join those communities, and a lot of them have a ton of helpful people in there, like in the spec one. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, no problem. Sorry I couldn't help out more. I just don't really know any companies in Chicago, unfortunately, or at least ones that I have connections with. I think I'm gonna go with an island of some sort. I haven't done anything like that. I've done so many desks and things like that. Hey, Mark9044, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream, and let me know if you have any questions. I want to start adding color to this. I also don't know if I really like this, the style of these leaves. I'm gonna try one without and see. Yeah, I like that way better actually. What Slack team do I join? Let me double check for you. I think it's just at spec.fm. Yeah, if you go to spec.fm and go to the bottom, you can just put your email in there and that'll invite you. Yeah, no problem. Let me know how it goes. Although I'm in that chat too, so I'll probably see what happens. Hey Aaron, how's it going, man? You didn't get to catch the stream yesterday. We're only doing illustration stuff today, probably, because it's already 8:30 anyways. And I gotta get this done for tomorrow, because I'm launching my new blog, and then of course I have a new article coming out. So that's what we're working on today. How's everything with you? It went pretty well. If you want to watch it back, it's on my YouTube channel, but it went pretty well. We just did like mood boarding, and we got some good initial sketches in that I'm pretty happy with. So tomorrow we're just gonna decide. We're gonna do like vectors of the ones that we kind of chose, and then kind of see how it goes from there, trying out different things and see which direction it kind of moves in. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. I have zero idea how to do that stuff. So I'm lucky that you know how to do that. I really need to learn though. I just don't have the time right now. But that's cool, man. How's stuff with school going? I started it yesterday. If you want to go back and watch the stream on YouTube, Guatemexican. I kind of talk about the whole project there for the most part, and you can see kind of the progress that we've made so far. I've just basically worked on branding. We're not touching UI for a bit because I got to figure out what we're going to do with the brand first, because that's kind of gonna set the direction for how the UI is gonna look and whatnot. So we're getting that out of the way first. Oh, this screen. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. That's probably gonna look more like a screen than it does, or more like a laptop than it does right now. Hey Vetrix, welcome back, dude. How's it going, man? I feel like this is gonna communicate more with a full stem. And then maybe if we do lines on here. Thanks, man. Yeah, this is kind of a weird illustration, but I kind of like it. We're going for advantages of working remote. So kind of like a pleasant illustration about working outside an office. So I think a laptop at the beach is a pretty good way to show that. Yeah, life by the beach. I wish it was all like that, but I think it still communicates. I don't think I can make a mask with this, but I'm gonna try. Guess not. Yeah, I don't even have a beach anywhere near me, so I'm in the same boat. Oh, it's because we have these grouped. That's just Ray. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Let me know if you have any questions about what we're working on or anything in general that you want to ask. So I think this is going to be the best way to do it. Yeah, I don't really use masks in Illustrator. This is usually how I do it because you can't do it with multiple elements to my knowledge. Like it has to be just one and one, which for most of the times that I'm using it isn't really what I need it for. So yeah, I don't really use them either, unfortunately. It'd be really helpful though for things like this. Because imagine if I had like 100 of these and I needed to do that. It'd be awful. Something about the colors is throwing me off. Yeah, I don't really use the shape builder either. I really should though. Hermguan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So I'm gonna turn this into like a browser window here in a sec, but I feel like the colors are a little bit too all over the place. I think maybe bringing this pink back to like a darker yellow, maybe. Or maybe to a pink. The dark yellow is kind of ugly, if I'm being honest. Maybe less saturated. Yeah, this one's more of a purple though. Maybe if we brought them more to a pink. You can group all the hash marks and then clip them all into the trunk. Yeah, I tried that. It wasn't really working for some reason. So I just did it that way. I guess this was a pink, but let's bring a little bit more of that pink back in. Maybe. Yeah, maybe bringing it closer to this would help. And then darker and more saturated. Tone the blue down. The bottom one or the top one? I feel like this one needs a little bit of toning down. Not as much. Yeah, it's a little better. Maybe darker on this. Not too much. Okay, it's starting to feel better. Wonder what this would look like with a green. Blue and pink usually pairs pretty well, but maybe like a yellow. Oh god, no, that looks awful. Naboratine, thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream. There is a way to trim all at once. I mean, I'm pretty sure there is. I don't know like all the shortcuts and stuff. I'm just kind of set in the ways that I do things, but I don't know. I like tried grouping them and masking them. I feel like that should work, but it wasn't really working for some reason. Yeah, the blue is doing well with that contrast. That's kind of why it feels good there. And it does kind of feel like Miami South Beach, kind of, which is good. Did you decide on how you're going to do your show? Yeah. I just ended up uploading the stream. I had like an announcement video. I'm not sure if you were able to catch that, but I just don't like, I'm already thin on time with these streams and writing my blog posts and everything, and working and whatnot. So it was just a lot easier for me to just upload them. I may change that in the future, depending on how feedback goes and things like that. But for now, I think that's going to be easiest for me, unfortunately. Compound path, then user pathfinder. Oh, I did not know that. Let's just try it, just so I can learn it. So, we want all these to be compound path. And then if we like make this like this. Oh, sweet. Okay. So it's not with a mask. Okay. Well, that's cool. Now I know how to do that. Thank you. Naboratian, I appreciate that. Did you post the vlog? Yep. Posted it like two days ago. I'll go ahead and post it in the chat if you want to watch it. Someone said I looked really sad in it, but I guess it's just how I sound. Thought that was funny though. Okay, so let's make this into a web browser. And then once this is done, yeah, no problem, man. I mean, I know you're not just sitting there watching for when I upload a video. That would be weird, so no problem at all. I understand. I want all these to be grouped. But yeah, we need to also post this on the new native blog because I finished that up this week and I'm launching it tomorrow, which I'm very, very excited for. Wait, we already put one. So we need to add that to the page and also the Medium article after this. And I already went ahead and did all the text for it so that I didn't have to do that on stream because I know that's not the most exciting thing. So I did that earlier today before the stream. Let's actually do... I'm gonna have to turn off the grid for this because I do want it a little bit closer. And then let's try bringing in this blue. Maybe if we use the darker blue. Kind of like that, because then it kind of stands out that it's text. Honestly, I really like this. And we're running short on time today since I had to do some stuff, and I had to finish dinner before stream, so I started a little bit late. I need to save this because one of the guys that watches our streams, if you guys recognize DVL Jose, I don't think he's in here today, but he asked me if he could animate my illustrations so that he could get some practice for his portfolio and things like that. And I could also get something cool for the featured images on the blog post. So we could have like a cool little animation for these illustrations. So go ahead and pass that off to him once we finish this. But I'm pretty happy with this. I think it really gets the concept down. Maybe play with the sand color so it's like the same tone. It was pretty close, but it was a little less saturated. Yeah, that's better. And then I don't think this blue. Ooh, it's kind of like a purple. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that he was down to do that. So I'm really excited to see how that turns out. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Guado Mexican. Yeah, I think changing those colors a little bit really helped. So I think it was you, Vectrix, that asked me about color. That's one thing, is using different values and saturations of the same color. So since we had this blue, you can just go in there, and if you wanted a different color or a lighter color to use somewhere else that is still like consistent with that color, you can just bring this up and like move it around without changing the hue in here. And you can get something that's gonna pair well with that, in terms of like a monochrome color. So that's a little bit of color theory for you guys, because I'm pretty sure it was you, Vectrix, that asked me about that. So hopefully that helps out a little bit. I want a little bit lighter. Yeah, I like that. That was a pretty quick illustration. Sweet, I like it. So let's go ahead and get this all ready to post. First, we want to put this in the usual file that I use. Cool. Yeah, no problem, Vectrix. Like I said, I can't really lay out all my color stuff at once because there's just like a lot of small things, but when I do remember, I'll definitely provide that when I can. Sweet. So let's go ahead, export this. This is 31. I think that's, oh, and we also want one for Dribbble, because like I've mentioned before, for some reason my posts do better when I have a background color. It's really weird, but for some reason they do. So we're gonna do that really quick. So again, for this, I'm going to do something similar to what I just showed you. I usually like to start with the color that we have on here. That blue actually might do pretty nicely, but just for example's sake, let's try out some other stuff. So again, I go with that color, and then I try out some different versions of that color. Here, for one, it's too dark, it feels like, and the contrast here is not great. So we don't want that. Yeah, a lighter blue might be good. I'm going to go with either a lighter blue or this dark blue because it has some good contrast. See, it's pretty good, but again, like one of the things I watch out for is the contrast. Like when you see these start to like blend in with each other, that's not a good sign. You definitely want some good contrast in there. So that's a little bit better. Could even go. Thing is, it probably won't match as well. Yeah, so it doesn't really match with this, and that gets kind of lost. This is usually just a trial and error kind of thing. So I still really like that dark one. And now we've kind of changed blues anyways, almost. Super mathematical with color. Yeah, it kind of depends. Like, I just have ways of doing it that, when translated, are mathematical, but I kind of know it in more of a visual way and just things that kind of make more sense to me, because I'm not a super mathematical person. That's why I'm not too great at like JavaScript code. Like I can do layout and stuff all day, every day, but once it comes to like adding math and equations and stuff, it's kind of hard. I think what Vectrix means is like taking like these percentages and like increasing and decreasing by a certain amount on like every one or something like that. The way that I do use color mathematically though is with grays when I'm using in a UI. So for example, just a really quick example, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but if I was using this as like my black in an app, I would usually make a couple different ones and then I'd go by like 20s and you do percentages. So you do 80, 60, 40, and 20, and then I usually have like a 10 and a 5 or just one of those for like light backgrounds. But there you have like your whole gray color palette to use, so you could use this one on like headers, this one for like body copy, this one for backgrounds, for example, and then these are kind of like secondary ones that you can use for different miscellaneous things, like maybe smaller headers have like a lighter touch, or this one or something like that, or one of these. But that's kind of how I approach things in a mathematical way. That's like one of the few times that I do approach it in a math way. So I think what you were talking about with Bryn though is he's more like percentages and things like that. Yeah, that's a pretty cool little trick that I've picked up. It's really helpful because you can just start with like if you want to have a blue hue in your stuff, you can start with something over here like I just showed you. So you'll have that blue, and then I don't think I can go back, can I? Yeah, I can. Okay, so when you have this, and then you can use percentages in code, and then for design work, you don't really want percentages, but what you can do is like with a digital color meter, you can like actually get the hex code for this. So the hex code for this one would be this, and then for this one would be this, and so on and so forth. And then you have those that you can use throughout the app and like put into branding guides and things like that. Because obviously you can't really use percentages consistently throughout unless it's on the web, because not to get too much into this stuff, but it's kind of cool to me. Like if you use RGBA in code, and for example, you have like a black, which is all zeros, you can do 0.8 alpha, which would be like 80% of black. So you can make your variables that. You can make all your variables that, and then you can use those throughout the app, so it's percentages. The digital color meter, sorry, I can't really show you because it's like opening on here, but if you use Spotlight, I think, no, I don't have it here, but if you do Command Spacebar on a Mac and you type in digital color meter, there's an app that all Macs come with. It's just this little thing that you can see what the color is on anything, and then you can pick that up with Command Shift C, and then that gives you the hex code already copied, so you can use that. But yeah, that was a little bit off topic, but I think it's helpful for you guys. But yeah, those are just some tricks that I know. So this one we want, I guess, just working remote. Oh wait, I forgot that it messes up the corners on this too. When you enlarge things in Illustrator, there might be a way to fix that, but I don't think so. That always happens to me. Yeah, it's a pretty cool app. I forget how I found out about it. I think probably a friend showed me a while back, but that's been like a lifesaver for me. If I want to like pick up a color off the web or something, it's super helpful. Or for that trick I just showed you. I'm just gonna call it the same name as the article. And then we want it here. Don't need this. And then I'm going to have this to send off to my friend. Hey Chase, how's it going, man? I dig that username, very dope. It is very dope, that username. I guess he doesn't really need this layer, but I'll just leave it there just in case. And then let's just center this really quick. And remove the grid and save that. Very dope. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. We just wrapped this up. I'm going to do a little bit of code here because we got to add this to my new blog that I'm launching tomorrow. But yeah, we just wrapped up this illustration. I'll be uploading the process of it tomorrow if you're interested. But yeah, I appreciate that. So let's get into code here really quick. This won't take too long because I already have everything set up. So what we want to do, oh, I also need to add the links in here. So we want to go to Finder, go to our code, and we want this for the featured image. Thinking of starting a Lottie resource library. Lottie sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Is that Airbnb animation library? Probably wrong. That's what it reminds me of. Is that what it is? So we just need a copy of that. Change that to 31. And then let's just get preview going. I know everything should be working, but just in case, let's double check. Sweet. Perfect. Oh, that all looks good. And then we want to have, what is it called? Share link, yeah. So let me grab the format from the other ones that I'm using. Then name, advantages of working remote. And it's really cool because I have this set up so that you can just paste the links in here and it's a component already. So it'll automatically generate this stuff to load in for the post, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it sounded familiar. I haven't tried it out though, that animation framework. I said, yeah. Oh, so like, kind of like curating the best ones. I'm not sure how Lottie works, but isn't it like like an open source contribution, sort of? Sweet, so that works. We can build this really quick. I need to fix this thing because it's not showing recent followers because they made an update to the way that they do things. So I need to look into that. And then I'm just going to pull up my FTP stuff on the other screen so we can go ahead and put that up. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's making static pages of that. Huh. That's weird. Well, we might need that stuff. Just put it in here. Converts vectorized AE files into small files. Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea. And you can have like little cards with like a preview of it, and then they can just click in and get that. I think that's a good idea. I say go for it. Cause I mean, again, I don't use it very often, but that sounds like something that would be really helpful to people. Okay, so that upload is up. There we go. Cool. So let's commit that. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that would be really useful because you can gather like common application animations that you see a lot. I think that people could find some good use in that, like with loaders and whatnot. So I think the only other thing is just scheduling this, and I think we're done. hear a doggo. Yeah, I have 3 dogs, and one of them just got out of their cage, so you're gonna hear a couple doggos. Yeah, you've given me a couple good ideas, Victrix. Well, not given me, but, you know, like, presented them. I think you should definitely do them. If you have any questions on them, let me know, too. Yeah, no problem, Guado Mexican. Best of luck with all the homework that you gotta do, man. Feel bad, but gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so cool that I can use this native blog now instead of getting all the stuff from Medium. Actually, we also need to add the image here. So let's just do that really quick. Cool. And for this, let's replace this. And then the link will be, well, we can just grab it from here. And that's 31. See, we don't have to use Medium anymore for the links, which is awesome. Although I do want to add a link to Medium, like at the top of the article, so that people that do want to read it on Medium and like save it and whatnot still can. I mean, it'll still be on Medium, but since this is driving people to my blog, yeah, this is a good one. I have an app I might try to work on this summer. I might do a prototype in Origami. Oh, nice. I have not used Origami yet. I actually don't do too much prototyping. It's weird. Like, I feel like it's such a popular thing nowadays, but I honestly I've never had to use it personally. I guess it's because I do web and I code, so if I do need a prototype, I can just code it. But I guess for animations and stuff, it would kind of come in handy. Hey Jose, how's it going, man? I was actually just talking about you because since I got to give you this illustration, but yeah, this is what we worked on today. So I have the file ready to send over to you. If you want to go ahead and actually send me your, you can shoot me your email through Twitter if you want. It's really quick. Oh, nice. Yeah, I should definitely try it next time I need it. But again, I feel like I don't need them too often. I guess maybe that's probably just like in my certain situation. I might need it for Livtra stuff, because if I'm trying to show Aaron stuff that he needs to help me with, I'm definitely gonna need to like visually show him it. Yeah, I've used InVision at work because you can like make it an interactive app and stuff with like all the screens and everything. My dog keeps putting her toy on my lap. Or on my lap. We do want cards. And then Oh, for app stuff. Yeah, I mainly do code web stuff at work. We have been working on an app that I've been doing in React Native, but definitely more of my day-to-day stuff is design and web code. I almost sent that by accident. Oh wait, yeah. Trav Morrison, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, my dogs are awesome. It just kind of sucks because when I'm trying to stream, it's like when they feel like they need to be the loudest. Yeah, see, she drops her toy and then she just waits for me to throw it. Let's schedule that, and then how do I schedule this one? Oh, right here. I actually found that this isn't super reliable, so let's hope that this works this time. Cool. That's good. Yours does the same. Yeah, it's so funny. She just like literally shoves it in my lap. Yeah, I probably do notice it more when I'm streaming because I'm trying to be quiet. Or I want everything else to be quiet, I guess. That's cool. Sweet. Well, my blog is ready to go for tomorrow. Everything is all scheduled. So I think we're done. Cool. Yeah, I think that's about it for today. Tomorrow we are going to be getting back on the Livtra stuff, which is the product that I'm building from scratch. If you guys don't know, doing it all live. So we'd got a good chunk done yesterday in terms of initial branding ideas, but tomorrow we're going to get back on that stuff, and we're going to take those concepts that we had some good ones, and we're going to bring those into Illustrator and vectorize some of that, and try and see where that goes from there, because that's kind of what I like to do, is get things into Illustrator, and it usually shapes out differently then, and some other things get inspired better. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Yeah, no problem for missing the stream, man. It's all good. I know you have stuff to do, obviously. So that's what we're going to be working on tomorrow, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. again. And make sure to follow me on Twitter and stuff for updates and whatnot, and to ask me questions or talk to me or whatever. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next stream.